enough. Diamonds on my wrist, you know it's like a flood.
Yes.
Money coming in from different countries, wow. I just got some red, it's time to paint the town. When I'm overseas, they like to call me seafood. Playing with the raps like it's peekaboo. Only designer on my feet. Can't be parking the foreign on the streets. See, I'm moving in silence, all you see is the violence. And there's a war going on, all you see is the riot. You better get prepared for the heat.
Yes, ladies and gentlemen.
And after the war come the peace. I told my brother I'll be here when he get home. Think it's time for me to buy another phone.
Yeah.
Shop it till I drop it like a body.
Hey.
Call of Duty all throughout the lobby. We going to go.
Good morning, ladies and gentlemen.
Call of Duty all throughout the lobby.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, let's get this show started. You know what we do on this side of town. Let's go.
Yeah.
Thank you, Shay. Good morning.
I feel like I'm stuck in a cycle. It's like I'm stuck in time.
Right.
It's like a curse. And I can't escape it.
Really.
It's like deja vu.
Let's go, ladies and gentlemen.
I'm right determined and screaming. I'll be back. It's deja vu when I'm out here flying first class. It's like every week I gotta take out the trash. I'm on top of my game, ahead of the class. You can tell that I made it. Look at my grass. Cars in the garage with tanks full of gas. Full of games for war. I won't finish last. Sitting in my living room screaming how we made it. This is how it's supposed to happen when you're rich and famous. The album really
I guess we going viral cause my Zodiac. I got all these numbers on my spreadsheet. Benjamin Franklin is my bestie. And if they is my ex, baby, they left me. Hey!
They don't give me calls, they text me.
I say it with my chest cause I'm here. Let's go! I'ma take off in a spaceship.
I'll tell you what, I've gone into Zeus's live a couple of days.
Yes.
It was radical. It was horrible. I'm like, Zeus has gone way off the rails.
Oh!
It's like deja vu.
Cut it out!
It's like deja
Cut it out,
vu.
conservative Lynn.
It's like deja vu. It's like deja
Cut it
vu.
out, conservative Lynn. All right, ladies and gentlemen, good morning. Welcome to the morning show. You know, that part always gets me when my good friend, conservative Lynn, tells me Zeus has gone way off the rails when she knows that's not really true. I'm not really off the rails, all right? I'm kidding. I am off the rails, and I enjoy it. All right, good morning, ladies and gentlemen. And by the way, special shout out to the beautiful Shay for allowing me to use her space to once again bring down this heavy hammer of truth. For those of you who aren't familiar with what we do on this side of town, well, it's quite simple what we do. We hold our friends on the right, as well as their leader, Donald J. Trump, accountable for their dirty, disgusting, filthy deeds, as well as their crimes. All right, I just got to make sure I get all of my thunder and hammer stuff ready over here because it's about to get nasty this morning. All right, and along those lines, ladies and gentlemen, we must make the commitment to, no matter what, tell the truth, all right? Because listen, right now we got MAGA on their heels, and I will get into that. For those of you who do not know who I am, I go by the name Zeus, or as some like to say, Triple H. And why do they call me Triple H, ladies and gentlemen? Well, it's quite simple. The first H stands for honesty, all right? I promise to tell you nothing but the truth, so help me God. I'm the most honest person on social media. You won't find anybody more honest than me. No matter what the topic is, I will always tell you the truth, right? Because that's what I think is needed these days. And when you got a lot of folks out here who are blind and misled. Good morning to all of you. The next H, ladies and gentlemen, is because I'm humble. I'm really humble. There's nobody more humble than me. Listen, if I get it wrong, I will be the first to apologize. And yesterday, we were in our good friend DJ's live, and one of my good friends came into the live, and she started talking about all the stuff that Zeus has gone through on this app. And you know what? I did sense that she was fully aware that, there's been a lot of growth with Zeus, because when I get it wrong, I do apologize. Listen, but it turns out, ladies and gentlemen, I just haven't been wrong that much lately, right? All right. Right, Dark Age, right? Oh my God. All right. And then the last H, ladies and gentlemen, all right, is because I am and will always remain the most handsome. I really am the most handsome. All right, now, we all know what we do on this side of town. We hold MAGA accountable. So I want to give MAGA a bit of a heads up. If you're a Trump supporter, this is an opportunity for you to, go on about the rest of your morning, all right? Because feelings definitely will be hurt, because the level of truth that's going to be coming out of this live, it's going to be so high that it's going to make you feel very uncomfortable. It's going to challenge you to the core. It's going to make you dig deep within yourself and ask yourself, am I really a good person? Or as some of these hypocrites like to say, they like to go, am I really a good Christian? That's the thing, MAGA. I know what a real Christian is and what a fake one is, right? So before I go into my topics, I'm going to give MAGA the regular heads up that I always give you. If you do not like the truth, if you think January 6th was a peaceful protest, for instance, if you think Joe Biden is doing a terrible job and you like to complain about what he's doing, do me a favor, pack your bags right now and just leave this live. Scroll out of this live and go on and finish eating your nasty breakfast, whatever you got. You're probably at Burger King this morning. Go ahead and leave. But listen, you don't got to take my word for it. Listen to your leader.
If you're not happy here, then you can leave. As far as I'm concerned, if you hate our country,
right.
If you're not happy here, you can leave. If you're not happy in the U.S., if you're complaining all the time, very simply, you can leave. You can leave right now. Come back if you want. Don't come back. It's okay too. But if you're not happy, you can leave.
And I do mean that, MAGA. I do sincerely mean that from the depths of my heart all the way to the ceiling of my heart. MAGA, if you do not like the United States of America and you do not like the President of the United States, just pack your bags right now and go on over there to be with your Lord and Savior, Vladimir Putin, all right? Because really that's where you belong. Now, before I get into today's topics, I did want to touch on a nice little discussion I had yesterday. I had the opportunity to be summoned into our good friend HVAC's Live, where I ran into two MAGA-possessed demons. Actually, it was more. I was joined by the great RTP, or as some know, Jay. I was joined by the great oil spill, and we confronted these MAGA-possessed demons. And I tell you, ladies and gentlemen, when the live ended, he had a picture of Donald Trump with chains, and then there was a fire in the background. When that live ended, when I got done with these MAGA demons, I saw Donald J. Trump fully engulfed in the fire, right? And I said, see, it's like I've been saying, Trump supporters, if you keep listening to Donald Trump, you will definitely go to jail, but if you don't get your soul right, you will go to hell with him, right? And so that's how that went, ladies and gentlemen. And when it was all said and done, we still have no answers from MAGA. None whatsoever, all right? They refused, ladies and gentlemen, to acknowledge that Donald Trump is an evil and corrupt person. They refuse to refrain from bearing false witness against President Biden, Barack Obama, they like to say Barack Hussein Obama, or Hillary Clinton. They just flat out refuse. MAGA continues to deny the domestic attack that they planned and implemented on behalf of Donald J. Trump on that dark day of January 6th, right? MAGA continues to lie and misinform the country about the true reasons that we have immigration issues despite record numbers of fentanyl being seized at the border. Way more fentanyl seized at the border than under Donald Trump. All right, MAGA refuses. This is the one that really gets me. They refuse to acknowledge Donald Trump's history of SA. What Donald Trump did to these women is downright unbelievable and illegal. They refuse to acknowledge it. I know. MAGA continues to portray themselves as victims. You should have seen what they were doing, crying. They're just a bunch of, they cry like they're really the victims. But we all know what MAGA is. They're the, what are they?
But he's a harasser and an abuser.
Right. MAGA is the harasser and abusers. And they refuse to acknowledge it, all right? MAGA does not respect the Constitution. Let's see if we can get them to say it again.
MAGA Republicans do not respect the Constitution.
All right.
They do not believe in the rule of law. They do not recognize the will of the people. They refuse to accept the results of a free election.
Right. So along those lines, ladies and gentlemen, listen up. If this is what you call Zeus spreading hateful rhetoric, right? Because they say, Zeus, when you use your platform or when you borrow other people's platforms and you do your show, you spread hateful rhetoric. This is what they tell me. Well, you know what I got to say then? I'm going to say exactly what their leader, Donald Trump, says when he spreads his hateful rhetoric. Guess what, MAGA? It is what it is, right? All right. It is what it is, MAGA. And guess what? If you don't like it, you can leave.
If you're not happy here, then you can leave.
You hear that, MAGA? And I seriously do mean that, because I'm not doing anything other than telling the truth. And you can sit back and cry all you want, but I'm not gonna for 1 second believe Donald Trump and his supporters are the victims in any of this right now. As far as I'm concerned, they've got our country right now looking very, very weak, weaker than it's ever looked, because they got a bunch of incompetent people in Congress who only care about getting Donald Trump in to install him as some sort of fascist dictator. I'm not going for it. You can slice that. You can post that on your accounts. Whoever you know, they come in here with their fake TikTok accounts and they say Zeus. They always say this. Zeus, I'm never coming to your live. I'm blocking you. They say that to me. And then I go into these spaces like I was yesterday. Well, they go, Zeus, all you do is spew hate. And I said, well, listen, I'm not the smartest person here, but how do you know everything that I'm saying and what I just know what you're saying. This is when they start lying. Oh, you just know what I'm saying? Well, Zeus, okay. And then they start to confess, Zeus, I go into your live, Zeus, under my backup account, Zeus. You know what I said? You ain't nothing but a liar and a hypocrite, and shame on you. Yeah, shame on you. All right, let's get into today's topics, ladies and gentlemen. We don't got much time, and then we'll open up the boxes and hopefully hear from those of you who are brave enough to tell the truth, all right, and shame the devil. All right, so I want to first bring everyone's attention to the fact that, inflation is they say it's leveling off at 3.7% in September, continuing a gradual consumer price slowdown. So ladies and gentlemen, this is relatively okay news in light of really what's going on, all right? The inflation leveled off at 3.7% in September compared to a year ago, extending a gradual slowdown in consumer prices. Let's go. All right. Now, what they're saying, ladies and gentlemen, the government said the cost shelter rose 7.2% from a year ago. That was the largest reason for the increase, and it reflects continued growth in home prices, which by some measurements are at an all-time All-time high. Used car and truck prices continued to decline from a year ago. Food prices grew 3.7%, matching the overall inflation reading, with food and restaurant and away from home up 6%. Energy prices slipped 0.5%, and natural gas and oil prices fell also. So ladies and gentlemen, let's again first of all, join me in giving President Biden and Kamala Harris a wonderful round of applause for an outstanding job helping to keep this country stable despite all of the wild stuff that we got going on, despite the mess that Donald J. Trump single-handedly created with his failed leadership. Let's give President Biden and Kamala Harris a round of applause, man. Another reason to vote blue. Another reason to vote blue, because, you know, last time we had a president that was in the Republican Party in office, by the time they left, the nation was in complete shutdown. This guy shut the entire country down and lied to the American people about the dangers of COVID. I will never forget that about President Trump. You know what? Let me add that to my list of things reasons why I hate Donald Trump, right? A lot of people, we were in that live yesterday, and the question came up, tell us why you hate Donald Trump. First oil spill got him, then I got in there and I started cooking. By the time I got to the first 3 points, they interrupted Zeus. MAGA always does this. MAGA interrupted Zeus because they knew that I was telling them the God-honest truth about why Donald Trump is definitely going to go down in history as the most evil and corrupt and dangerous president America has ever witnessed. And I sincerely mean, and I think I'm being very nice by saying that, but he's the most evil, corrupt, dark, dangerous president this country has ever had. And we must do all we can to keep that maniac, that Russian, he's a Russian asset. I mean, I see the writing is all over the wall. We got to keep this guy out, all right? Speaking of Donald Trump, here's another reason why I strongly dislike this guy. So yesterday, you know, at one of his rallies, and many of you kind of know this, he pushes a wild new Biden and Obama theory, but with an ugly nod to the past. Let's listen up to what this maniac says, all right? Let's listen up to what this maniac says, ladies and gentlemen.
Instead of keeping terrorists and terrorist sympathizers
Here we
out
go.
of America, the Biden administration is inviting them in. You know why? Because he's got a boss. Who's his boss? Barack Hussein Obama.
Oh.
Barack Hussein.
You hear him?
Barack Hussein Obama. Remember the great Rush Limbaugh? Barack Hussein Obama. Here you go, Barack Hussein Obama. Hello, Lee.
Wow.
Unbelievably, the corrupt Biden Department of Justice recently invited an Iranian-backed judge from Iraq to visit our nation's capital. Isn't that nice? He couldn't have been too impressed with our capital. It looks like shit.
You know what? Just evil, vile, disgusting what he did. Barack Hussein Obama. You see what he's doing? That's a dog whistle. Giving a shout out to disgusting, evil Rush Limbaugh. And then he referenced our Capitol. And he said, the Capitol looks like profanity. Sir, keep it clean, Donald Trump. And then you hear these so-called Christians in the background cheering and clapping and listening to this guy. And so, ladies and gentlemen, join me in giving Donald Trump his first round of boos and shame for once again revealing himself as clear as day to be a racist, a bigot, and prejudiced, and also everything but a child of God. Let's give him his boos and shame. Trump. This is why I do what I do. And then when they say, Zeus, you're spreading hateful rhetoric, I'm going to make sure I remind them of this clip. Explain to Zeus why he kept saying, Barack Hussein Obama. Explain to me why he started or he promoted that birther conspiracy. You know, Barack wasn't born in the United States. He was born in Kenya. Explain that, MAGA, while you're sitting here trying to paint yourselves as victims, right? Next topic, ladies and gentlemen. You know, Jared Kushner. How many of you know who Jared the Crook Kushner, all right? He says, my hope and my prayers are for the former president's re-election in 2024. This is Jared. This is Jared. A former senior advisor and son-in-law to Donald Trump publicly expressed his support for Trump's potential presidential re-election in 2024. Of course, Jared Kushner would do this. We saw by the time Trump's presidency ended, we saw Kushner walk away with a $2 billion bag from the Saudis. So I'm pretty sure Kushner wants another opportunity to get another few billion, right? Kushner was in charge of Middle East policy during Trump's presidency, and he commended the former president's foreign policy performance. He emphasized that Trump's efforts are increasingly being acknowledged. Well, Mr. Kushner, take a look at the Middle East now. I thought you brought peace, Jared. It doesn't look so peaceful over there. And don't you dare mention those disgusting Abraham Accords, because they didn't do anything. As a matter of fact, they made things worse, Mr. Kushner. He goes on to say, I do think that the job Trump did as a foreign policy president was tremendous. Now, more and more people are beginning to recognize that. Really? Oh my gosh. He pointed out the escalating conflict between Israel and Hamas in Gaza, attributing it to, quote, weak leadership under President Biden. Kushner stated, now under President Joe Biden. This is the second war that's broken out in the world, and when you have a weak leadership, the world becomes a less and safe place. My hope and my prayers are that President Trump is reelected and that he is able to restore calm and peace and prosperity to the world. Ladies and gentlemen, join me in giving Jared Kushner a round of boos and shame for once again lying to the American people about peace and stability in the Middle East and attributing it to Donald J. Trump, when we all can see as clear as day, there's no peace and stability over there, thanks to Jared Kushner and Donald Trump. There we go. What the heck? What the heck is Jared Kushner on? I'm starting to think that these MAGA demons, it ain't just a demon. I'm starting to wonder what these folks is really on. I'm starting to think these MAGA demons, they got to also be supplementing the demon with some nasty substances. And I would hate to think it's that stuff that Biden is seizing at the border, they call it fentanyl. I would hate to think that they're doing that, but there's no other explanation. I've checked with all of my peers already. I checked with all of these scientists, and I said, well, how do you explain MAGA? When you give these folks quality information, they spend all their time. Listen, this is what's so bizarre about MAGA. You see these folks in all these various lives on TikTok, right? They go from Zeus to you, right? To you, and we all give them the truth. And then somehow they walk away from these conversations. I mean, and they're talking to some of the most brilliant minds that TikTok has available for free, because a lot of these minds you would have to pay to get access to. But these folks are out here volunteering their intelligence information to MAGA. And these jokers, they'll listen and they'll walk away and go, you know what? I just outsmarted you. This is what they do. This is what they do. They walk away and they say, I just outsmarted the person that gave them all the information. Ladies and gentlemen, you can't make this stuff up. MAGA has truly lost their mind. Let's give MAGA another round of boos and shame. You can't make this up. Right? That's like going to a college course, sitting there and in one class setting, thinking you got the entire course figured out, and then you walk out of the class and you tell the professor, you don't know what you're talking about. I know what I'm talking about. Now I'm going to go out here in the real world and show you the difference. And guess what? It never works that way. MAGA, this is why I tell you, you're not that intelligent. You're nothing but some plumb dumb fools. All right? Listen, there's what you call common sense, and then there's bought sense. MAGA, you clearly don't have common sense, so you should consider the second option and start paying for your education, right? They should pay for their education. All right, ladies and gentlemen, I just want to say this. Senator Tuberville, he warns against picking sides in the Middle East in a jaw-dropping interview. Listen to what Senator Tuberville said, ladies and gentlemen. And by the way, this is a MAGA Republican. All right, listen to what he says. I thought this was very fitting, ladies and gentlemen, because first of all, it definitely speaks volumes to how the MAGA minds work, ladies and gentlemen.
We're hearing from Senator Tommy Tuberville this morning on the attacks in the Middle East. He says leaders need to be careful when picking sides.
This is what he said.
I'm hoping that cooler heads prevail. They don't go into Palestine. Hopefully they get the hostages back and people start cooperating. But this has been really bad. Israel has the right to go because they came in and they did some terrible things in their country. But the problem is when you start picking sides in the Middle East, it could get really messy very quick.
Oh! It's almost as if Mr. Tuberville has had some sort of moment of awakening. It's almost like he slipped and fell and bumped his head and had an eye-opening moment. Isn't that amazing? Yeah. So, ladies and gentlemen, I just want to make sure you all know. Yesterday, we saw Tumbleville, yes. We saw him on the airplane. And you should have seen this. This video came out yesterday. And this is why I've been telling you, Trump supporters, God does not like ugly, and God is not pleased with MAGA. This clown comes out of the jet. I don't know who that was behind him. And he proceeds to go down some stairs, right? And now on his way down the stairs, and keep in mind, he's always been complaining about President Biden being too old. Biden can't be, he always falls, he got all these complaints about Biden. But then, ladies and gentlemen, we all got to watch this guy slip and fall. Not, he didn't just fall down a little bit. He did it like he was on a water slide at a theme park. Boom, 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 all the way down the stairs with his luggage. And I just chuckled. I said, he looks like he's okay, but you know what? That's what you get when you get out here and you start bearing false witness against President Biden. The good Lord isn't pleased. So, ladies and gentlemen, join me in giving Senator Tumbleville, we're going to call him Senator Tumbleville, right? A round of boos and shame for talking crazy about President Biden and the Democrats, only for the world to watch him fall down a flight of stairs. Let's give it to him. All right, ladies and gentlemen, we got a few more topics, and then we're going to open up these boxes and hear from those of you who are brave enough to get in the box and tell the truth. All right, and by the way, Shay, you're doing a great job. Thank you so much. Let's give Shay a round of applause. She's doing great. She's doing great. I just want to make sure we remind the GOP that we still don't have a Speaker of the House. We don't have a Speaker of the House. We look dangerously weak. Yesterday, I was lied to once again by MAGA. They said they had enough votes to get Scalise to be the speaker, only for that all to come crumbling down, right? And I said, see, This is what I'm talking about, Trump supporters. Your party is in shambles. It's in complete chaos. And once again, Donald Trump is taking an L. Explain to me why Jim Jordan didn't get the nomination when Donald Trump, the supposed great politician that he is, the strong leader that you claim he is, he's backing disgusting Jim Jordan to be the speaker. And even then, he's still taking another L. Right? MAGA just keeps taking L's. I can't think of, can anybody tell me the last time MAGA won anything? I can't think of it. It's like they're addicted to losing, right? They're addicted to losing. They just keep losing and making America look weaker and weaker each loss. So, ladies and gentlemen, join me in giving the GOP, the MAGA Republicans, another round of booze and shame, because once again, we have no House Speaker, and despite what they want to say, they can't do any better than the great Nancy Pelosi. So let's give them a round of booze and shame. I saw somebody just now. I just saw it. Who was this? Somebody just said something that shows to me that they're possessed by a MAGA demon, and they're full of that stuff, that fentanyl. Let me see what they said. They said it says what did he say? Let me make sure I caught that. Hold on, ladies and gentlemen. I saw some dissension in the comment section. Oops. I saw some nasty dissension. Oh, Colby. Yeah, it was Colby. Let me make sure I read what Colby said. What did Colby say? Oh, did the comment get removed? Okay, I guess it got removed. I think Colby said President Biden is making America look weak. And this is why I got to go on and talk about this next section, ladies and gentlemen. You know what? I'm going to skip it. I'm going to skip it because we got other things to talk about. But I will say this about that whole little Biden is like making America look weak. Please explain to Zeus, Colby, how President Biden is making America look weak when right now he's standing right there shoulder to shoulder with our good friends in Israel. Explain to me how he's doing that. Explain to me how President Biden is making America look weak when we're trying to get these positions in the military field, but you know your party is holding them back. Senator Tommy Tumbleville. He won't do his part to help get these positions filled in our military. Who's really making America weak, Mr. Colby? Colby, do me a favor. Pull over that Ford Pinto that you are in right now. Pull over in a parking lot, cut the car off, all right? And just keep listening to this special broadcast, all right? Because I'm pretty sure you're going to have a breakthrough. And when this breakthrough happens, you're going to start crying, all right? And I don't want you to be driving that Pinto on the road when those tears start to come out, all right? Because I got some bad news for you, Mr. Colby. You've been terribly misled by Donald Trump. You've sent him all your money. Your family's ruined, all right? You're still driving a Pinto because you sent Donald Trump all your money. If you would quit doing that, you would have your family together. You would not be in that nasty Pinto. You'd probably have one of these newer cars that are a lot safer to drive. And you wouldn't be out here spreading these lies and misinformation out here on TikTok. And I'm just being honest with you. All right, and I'm just being honest with you. Biden is right now in the thick of it, in the trenches right now, providing stability to the United States of America while you're sitting over here crying. Stop watching Fox News and stay out of those snuggle lies. You know, those are those lies where they spread lies and misinformation, all right? Because I got some news for you, Mr. Colby. Your leader, Donald J. Trump, is possibly, more than likely, going to be in prison by the end of this year, and I really do mean that. All right, I really do mean that, and you need to brace yourself for Donald Trump being in prison, all right, and I do mean that. All right, the last thing, the last topic, ladies and gentlemen, I want to talk about is what is going on in the Middle East with Hamas. I'm still hearing a lot of people blaming Joe Biden for what's going on in the Middle East with Israel and Hamas, as if they don't understand how geopolitics really works. On one hand, these folks say we should support Israel, But then they say, we need to stop supporting Ukraine. They say this. And why do they say this, ladies and gentlemen? Because clearly they enjoy being assets for Russia, all right? So I want to make sure I end by making this point very clear to MAGA. There's only one real winner when it comes to last Saturday's situation in which war broke out in Israel. And that winner is Russian President Vladimir Putin. Putin enabling of his arsenal of evil ally, Iran, resulted in the opening of a new front in Gaza in his war against the West. This is what I want to make sure we all understand is going on, all right? Let me make sure I get this. Putin, ladies and gentlemen, he needed a distraction, all right? And last weekend, he got this distraction. The Kremlin's surreptitious activities resurfaced in a surprise attack on Israel by the terrorist group Hamas. Israel's ambassador to Germany, named Ron Prosser, described the attack as the single deadliest day for Jews since the Holocaust. It was a multi-domain assault, air, land, sea, and cyber, well beyond the recognized capabilities of Hamas, fueling speculation that the terrorist organization received direct support from Iran and likely from Russia as well. This is why we talk about this, all right? The speculation was confirmed with respect to Iran. Both reported that Hamas began planning the assault at least a year ago with key support from Iranian allies who provided military training and logistical help, as well as tens of millions of dollars for weapons, and green-lighted the operation last week in Beirut. They also reported officers from Iran's Islamic Revolutionary Guard Corps had trained Hamas. Putin, and this is the part that gets me. Putin also saw an opening. He saw an opening after Congress passed its 45-day continuing resolution last week that provided no additional funding to Ukraine. You hear that? Putin saw the opening during the 45-day continuing resolution in which there was no additional funding to Ukraine. So thanks a lot, Marjorie Trader Green. Thanks a lot, Jim Jordan. Thanks a lot for once again enabling Vladimir Putin. You deserve a round of boos and shame. Hamas leaders traveled to Moscow in March of 2023, where, according to the Russian Foreign Ministry, their meeting touched on Russia's unchanged position in support of a just solution to the Palestinian problem. More recently, Hamas chief Ismail Haniyeh was in Moscow on September 10th, and at the time, a senior fellow at the Jerusalem Institute for Strategy and Security thought that the purpose of the meeting was to signal Moscow's displeasure with Israel, perhaps in relation to Ukraine. Yes, ladies and gentlemen. Given the events of October 7th, a more likely explanation would be that he back-briefed the Kremlin on Hamas' final preparations for the attack time to take place on Vladimir Putin's 71st birthday, a quid pro quo. Other activities suggest Russian support and organization. According to the Ukrainian Center of National Resistance, members of the PMC Wagner, who left Belarus for Africa, allegedly participated in training of these Hamas militants on assault tactics and the use of small unmanned aerial vehicles to drop explosive devices on the vehicles and use other targets. Ladies and gentlemen, This is what we call more proof that Russia has their hand in what's going on over there. And we all know this is definitely tied to Donald J. Trump giving Russia the secrets to where the weaknesses were in Israel's Iron Dome. So, ladies and gentlemen, when these Trump supporters get out here and they say we should not fund Ukraine, but we should support Israel, I want you to know either they're completely confused about what's going on or they're Russian assets. This is what Vladimir Putin wants, MAGA. He wants the United States to slow down their support in Ukraine so he can have the advantage over there. And if that means doing what he's doing in Israel, then so be it. You just don't understand. Two things can be true at the same time. And that's the problem with Trump supporters. They don't want to admit it. They don't want to acknowledge it. All right, so ladies and gentlemen, join me in giving MAGA their final round of booze and shame for this morning show. All right, let's give it to them. Ladies and gentlemen, well, listen, that concludes the morning show. All right, you've heard enough about me and what I had to say. And now it is time to open up these boxes and hear from those of you who are brave enough to get in the box and tell the truth. Now, Shay, I don't know. I can't see. I don't have moderator access, so maybe I can't see. But I don't see anyone in the box. Oh, my gosh, we have attacking. Good morning, brother Attacking.
Well, good morning, Zeus. Thank you for the truth again. Hey, by the way, you made a comment about being in HVAC's live yesterday, huh?
Yeah.
Well, guess what? Guess who was the first person in HVAC's live?
Oh, who?
Me.
Hey!
And so HVAC is running off at the mouth. He's going, I'm going to take down 10 liberals, blah, blah, blah. So I decided to go in the box. Oh. And he goes, we're going to have proper decorum. We're not going to talk over each other. We're going to be polite. So while he was doing that, he's talking about Joe Biden being corrupt with Burisma, Hunter Biden, and so on and so forth.
Right.
So I get in the box and he goes, oh, nice to have you up at Attacking. And I said, yeah. So you want to be polite, no talking over each other? I said, okay, my question is this. I'd like you to show documentation to your comment about Joe Biden being a criminal with Burisma and so on and so forth. Do you know what HVAC did?
What did he do?
He pivoted.
Oh!
He pivoted and goes, well, wait a minute. Didn't Joe Biden say that Burisma's or Ukraine's not going to get the $1 billion if Viktor Shokin's not removed? I said, hold on. Answer, do I want to see the documents that you said first? Let's do that.
Right.
Oh, no. He goes, I want you to answer my question, and then I'll answer yours. So then I'm going, no. Then he shuts my mic off and he's talking over me. Then he lets me to turn my mic back on. Then I do it again. I want the proof that you said. He turns my mic off and makes comments, turn it back on. Right. I said, HVAC, I thought you said we're not going to talk over each other. We're going to have proper decorum. Do you know what he did?
What's that?
He turns my mic off. He goes, this is my broadcast, and I'm going to talk over you no matter what.
Oh! Thank you for the gift. Wow. They have no answers. They have no answers, Attacking, do they?
They have no answers. Then I pulled up Jonathan Turley saying that there's no evidence for the impeachment of Joe Biden. And guess what he did?
What's that?
As soon as I played it, he booted me.
I've never had to give so many boos in my life. Cut it out.
So the thing is this. He's more afraid of me than you because you got to stay longer.
Right. Keep up the great work, brother.
Oh, God. Hey, by the way, no, you keep up the great work. And if it wasn't for you, a lot of the people listening wouldn't be receiving factual information because they only believe what Donald Trump says. So I'm gonna drop. You're doing a fantastic job, Shay. You're doing a fantastic job. And by the way, you people in the broadcast in the chat, my fingers are fast, and I have my boots on to kick you out of the room.
Oh! This is at the Zeus Live. Let them know, attacking. Ladies and gentlemen, let's give it up to brother attacking. Go! I can't see the next guest. Are there more guests? Shay, I can't see them. If so, let's bring them up. All right. Oh, the beautiful Shady. You were there. You were there yesterday, Shady. How are you? Uh-oh, I can't see you, Shady. Where'd you go? Uh-oh, did she get a call? I think she got a call.
No, I'm here.
Okay. All right, how are you doing?
Hold on, I'm trying to get this together. Okay, now can you hear me?
I can. Can you hear me?
Yes, I can.
All right. How are you doing?
I'm doing great. But yes, I was in that live yesterday. And Zeus, how many times have you ever had to put the growl on me for cursing?
0.
You might want to add 1 or 2 today.
Oh.
Just a warning. Just in case. I got something to say.
Oh.
So yeah, I was in that live yesterday, and I was with you, RTP, Stacy, Janae, hateful heifers.
Oh.
And I'm gonna call them out. I am so sick of them with their white tears and people sitting there saying, "Oh, don't talk over Janae, don't talk over Stacy," but they talk over every single person in every live, and they use their white woman tears to sit there and make people feel sorry for them. And I am over it. I was in the box, and I was telling them the same thing, that you guys need to stop interrupting, just like you guys tell everybody else to stop interrupting. And what did they do? They hate my guts. What do? They kicked me out the box. They blocked me because they can't handle the truth, and they can't handle me telling them the truth, and they don't want to be the only females in the box crying and whining and spreading disinformation everywhere around TikTok. And I'm over it. So I'm here to say they need to stop being little biatches on TikTok.
Shady, you don't.
Because the loves are off, and when I see them, it's on site with me going in a box wherever they're at. Because I'm sick of it. They complain that they get blocked. They complain that nobody lets them talk. They complain about everything. But as soon as they see me in the box, they want to whine and complain and kick me because they're weak little fecklings. And Stacy is the most disingenuous. She's in everybody's live talking about how she wants to learn, and she's an independent, and she's not a MAGA Trumper. BS. So you need to stand 10 toes down for who you support, Stacey, because we all know it's Trump, and we all know you are licking his orange taint. So I don't want to hear that she doesn't know who she's voting for anymore. I don't want to hear it's disingenuous. It's sheer crap, and I'm sick of people falling for her BS. Because it's ridiculous. You see her on every single live that she gets on. She says the same thing. And people need to stop platforming them and letting them get away with what they do. Stop protecting them. Stop letting them whine. Stop letting them talk over people. Stop letting them kick people out of the live because they don't like it. So please, anybody that platforms them from now on, please know that they're fake, phony frauds, and they know exactly what they're doing. And you're just helping them spread their lies.
Hold on. Well,
I'm over it.
Thank you, Shady. No lies detected. You know they're not going to be happy with you or me because
I don't care. They can come at me. Come at me because I'm sick of both of them.
Oh, is there anything good you would like to say about them?
Absolutely not. Negative. There's not one good thing I want to say about either of them.
Woo!
And
Well,
that's on God.
they're trying to, come together, Shady. There's
Who's trying to come together?
the MAGA right now. They're saying we need to come together as a country. There's a
And
lot.
that's a lie too. And that's a lie too, because I was on Snug's live
Oh.
after I was in Anne's live yesterday at the gym, and she was like, "Yeah, you just missed Snugs. He's talking about he wants everybody to get along, and he's gonna start this and that." And I was like, "Okay, let's see if he takes down that Michelle Obama post that he put up." And then I went in Snugs live, and he just had a bunch of people yelling, getting rude as usual, and his post is still up. And I asked him in that live, I kept asking, Snugs, are you going to take that video down? Are you going to take that video down? Did he respond? No. So until he takes that video down, I don't give a damn about what he's talking about. There will be no unity up over here.
Oh! Well,
And that's on that.
I don't think there's anything left to clear up. As far as I'm concerned, I got the picture very clearly.
Well,
we cannot get along with MAGA.
No.
Okay.
I don't negotiate with terrorists.
Oh!
They're a bunch of terrorists.
Oh, wow. Well,
So anyway, thank you for letting me get that off my chest, dude.
You're welcome, and you have a great rest of your day. All right, I appreciate you having the courage and conviction to get in the box and tell the truth. All right.
Somebody's got to do it.
Yes, you're doing a great job.
Bye, Kingdom.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, let's give the beautiful Shady a round of applause. Oh yeah, we have our good friend Nutty Professor. Good morning, my brother. Nutty, are you there, or are you on that MAGA Wi-Fi? Perhaps I see the box, but I don't see the picture. Nutty, are you on that MAGA Wi-Fi? Perhaps, because if so, I got something to tell you. It doesn't do you any good. It doesn't. Let's bring Nutty back up if we can, all right? Because we want to hear what he has to say. I'm wondering if Nutty feels any different. Is it time that we get along with MAGA right now with all of this stuff that's going on? Should we try to get along, ladies and gentlemen? By a show of hands, should we all try to get along with Trump supporters? Look at it's resounding hell no. Oh my God. All right, Nutty, it's still Nutty must be no. I see everyone still saying hell no. Wow. Democrats do not love MAGA. No, we don't. We're gonna try Miss Boss Diva. Ladies and gentlemen, let's welcome Miss Boss Diva.
Good morning, handsome Zeus. How are you?
How are you doing? The beautiful.
Can you hear me?
Yes, I can. Can you hear me?
Yeah, absolutely.
It's a beautiful Miss Boss Diva. Listen, you've been making quite the rounds lately, giving it to MAGA. How do you find the inspiration to do this kind of work? What's inspiring you, Miss Boss Diva? That's always kind of that's something I've wanted to ask you for quite a while.
Okay, first of all, we cannot ever have Trump back in the office. That's first and foremost.
Facts.
If that ever happens, I'm gone. I'm out of here. I don't know.
Yeah.
I'm going somewhere, but I know it's not going to happen. And the reason why I know is because he's going to jail. And when he go to jail, and he's not going to win anyway, Joe Biden's going to get another, term, and everything's going to be good. So I don't have to think in the extremes far ahead. But MAGA is not a good group of people, and I'm with Shady. I'm definitely not siding with them. They don't get none of my love, compassion, nothing. We've given them all this information. We give it to them every single day. Okay, every day. Every time something comes out, whatever news event, we own it. We not only inform each other, but we inform they stupid behind too.
Ooh.
And it's just because they don't want to accept it. They are resisting knowledge or willful knowledge, and it's annoying. It's annoying AF.
A lot of them say we use our platforms to push hate. What do you say to that?
The only thing that we hate is how stupid they are for not receiving the information that we give them. I mean, the evidence against Trump is so overwhelming. 91 felonies don't just fall out of somebody's ass. It just doesn't. 4 indictments in a 6-month period of time. Okay, all in 1 year. And not only that, but I'm so happy. I love you, Letitia James. If you listening, Queen, I love you. You gonna break him down right where he need to be broken down at the very last compound of his funky, lousy, fraud fortune. I am so happy. I cannot wait till that trial's over. When you see how freaking poor that he is going to end up being, and he won't have none of the resources, none of the power that he really, really thinks he has. You know, but I'm gonna say this.
You think
MAGA will end up what'd you say,
think
Zeus?
hitting him in his pockets hurts?
Oh, hell yeah. Hell yeah. Seeing his name come up off them buildings, baby, is the most rewarding thing for right now, other than his conviction and his sentence. You know what I'm saying? Because I've already planned. I'm going to Atlanta. I got folks I'm finna hook up with out there. When he gets ready to get convicted, I'm there. That's how serious I am about making sure that I see justice go all the full course.
Yeah.
And this is exactly why I'm doing this. I'm doing this because we need to save America. I'm doing this because democracy's on the line. I'm doing this because I got family and friends that I love and care for that I wanted to afford the same comforts that I had growing up, 50 years ago. And now fast forward 50 years later and everything's janked away. Everything is just, I just cannot stand the fact that we are living in such peril amongst all these monster MAGAs that don't want to accept the truth. He lost 2020. Trump lost the election. Period. There is nothing else that you can say or do, or you ain't no proof. It's MAGA that come up in our lives talking about they got proof that it wasn't stolen and all this crap. As soon as you say that, I'm dropping you. I'm blocking you. I'm muting you. Because you know what? I'm tired of hearing all that crap.
Amen.
Tell me, before I go, because I know I heard my bell, but this snuggle situation where he thinking that he want to kumbaya with any of us, and see, he's taking advantage of the fact that Zeus will actually, work with him. But don't nobody want to work with him because of the fact that he is so disingenuous. You MAGA lie so much you cannot be trusted. You just can't be trusted. You know what I'm saying? And that's a damn shame. So you're gonna get dealt with accordingly. You want to act like a child? Then be a child then. I've raised kids. So I know what it's like to raise kids.
That sound like my mama talking, Miss Boss Diva. That sound like what she used to say.
You know what I'm saying? Exactly. And I'm basically cut from the same cloth, Zeus.
Ooh.
You know what I'm saying?
That's scary.
Oh yeah. I put it to you. If you want to strap to your behind, MAGA, I got your number.
Oh,
it's
God.
all good.
Ooh,
but yeah, thank you, Zeus. I really appreciate you.
All
I
right.
love what you do. Thank you, Shay. You're a beautiful woman. We love what you're doing for Zeus right now. And y'all take care and have a great day.
All right. Miss Boss Diva. Ladies and gentlemen, let's give it up to Miss Boss Diva. Wow. No lies detected. There were no lies. All right. I appreciate it. Oh, my good friend, Nutty. Welcome, my brother. How are you?
What's good, my friend? The devil works hard, but we work harder.
Amen.
Did you see how that MAGA demon tried to keep me from getting in this box today? The devil is a lie.
The devil is a lie. I agree. They're going after this live, ain't they?
The devil is a lie.
Yeah.
See, so here's the thing. First you were on April's, now you're on Shay's.
Yeah.
MAGA, this is a message for you. You're not going to stop the truth.
No.
By any means necessary, we will band together to get the truth out by any means necessary.
Amen.
Malcolm X has been gone for almost 50 years. And those words that he spoke are never truer then than they are now.
Tell
By
him.
any means necessary. You can take that for whatever you want to take it as. You can take it as a threat. You can take it as your mama. I don't care.
Yeah,
But
I'm
by
on fire this
any
morning.
means necessary, we are going to defeat you, MAGA.
Ooh.
We are going to defeat you.
Oh,
In fact,
I felt
you
that
are
one.
already defeated.
Mm.
You are already defeated because you, your mama and them, your daddy and them, your uncle and
Oh.
them, they ain't never seen the White House again.
Ooh.
They ain't never seen it again. So
Oh.
I wanted to quickly talk about something in your monologue. We were talking about Israel, and so I'm hearing, and if I don't know if this is true, this is not. I didn't verify this, but I'm trying to verify it.
Right.
I'm understanding that Egypt did warn Israel that Hamas was training to attack them, but
Yes, I've
Israel
heard that. I've heard that.
Did not heed to their warning. If that is the case, Israel, yet again, yet and screwed up.
Uh,
Because again, I stand with the people of Israel. I
mm,
hate the Israeli government.
mm.
I
That's deep.
stand with the people of Russia. I hate the Russian government.
I see. I see.
There is a difference, folks.
Yeah.
You can support Israel, quote, the people, the state, but we don't have to support this government. And the United States should stop supporting this government. We have a revolving check that goes to Israel on a loop, but nobody's complaining about that.
Mm,
MAGA loves that. And this is where we can truly say it's on both sides because Democrats and Republicans alike, when it comes to Israel, all of a sudden we're kumbayaing.
mm,
We're kumbaya. There is no kumbaya with the devil. Benjamin Netanyahu is the devil.
mm.
Just as Hamas is the devil. Just as Vladimir Putin is the devil. Just as Saddam Hussein was the devil.
Oh, get
They're
him,
all the
Nutty.
devil.
Get him.
Just as Donald John Trump is Satan.
Now that's true. That's true. That's true too.
So the attack, this the 45-day continuing resolution,
Mm-hmm.
y'all put the puzzle together. Put it
Please.
together. The fact that there was no more funding for Ukraine,
Mm.
Hamas attacks Israel,
Right?
and we know who started Hamas was Russia. Put it together, y'all.
And they say we should fund Israel, but we shouldn't fund Ukraine. What do you say about that?
Screw them, they mama them, they daddy them, they cousin them, all of them.
They,
Because
well,
here's the deal. Just like the people of Israel deserve to be protected, so should the people of Ukraine.
mm,
So should the people of Palestine
mm,
or the Gaza Strip.
mm.
The fact that the Israeli government has turned off their electricity, turned off their
Right.
water, that's the devil. That's the devil.
Sending them
I
straight
don't
to
care if you
hell.
are in war, and it should be against international law that they're doing that.
Right.
Why should the state of Israel control the lives of over 500,000 people who are not their citizens?
Mm.
So myth me with that
No
BS.
lies
Y'all
detected.
can sit there and jerk off to Israel all you want. But the Israeli government, they're the pure devil, just like Putin. I
Ah,
said what I said,
thank
and
you,
it's
Miss
not
Malduva.
anti-Semitic because I stand with the people of Israel.
Right.
They have
You
a
do.
right to exist, just like the Palestinians have a right to exist.
Amen.
With that being said, Zeus, I heard my time. Have a blessed day, sir.
All right. Well, Nutty, no lies detected, and I'm so glad that MAGA didn't win that battle with your Wi-Fi, and you were able to get in the box and tell the truth and shame the devil. Oh! myself. Oh, I can't. You snuck in on me.
Hey, Bruce. Listen, I thought I wasn't gonna make it, man.
Oh, Lord. But
Man, I thought I was gonna have to go turn myself in, man. I had bought some Angel Soft tissue, Zeus.
Uh-huh.
And
Angel Soft?
I listen now, went to the, I usually buy me some good old Charmin and stuff.
Yeah.
But I bought some Angel Soft this time. I went, used the bathroom and everything, Zeus, and I thought I was molesting myself.
Oh!
That tissue was thinner than Trump's toupee. I started to go and turn myself in for molestation.
Oh, Lord have mercy.
So I'm glad that I made it and came to my senses, Zeus, because I was about to go to jail.
Oh, Lord, please don't go to jail. We need you out here in the real world, all right? Please don't do that.
Listen, Leaky Cheeks.
Oh, God.
Saying that the capital is nothing but ish.
Yeah, he said the profane thing.
Well, he telling the truth because MAGA ain't S-H-I-T.
Oh!
When you get the MAGA nights out, it can become what it was. But as long as they in there, yeah, it's full of S-H-I-T.
Oh,
just like
wow.
he
we getting
While they around here saying, his parents are dead. No, his father's still alive because he is the child of the father of all lies, which is Satan.
Hey!
He ain't no lonely child. He talked to his daddy every day. He walk with his daddy every day. He wake up and go to sleep with his daddy every day because he is a child of Satan.
No lies detected.
Then he obsessed with Barack Obama. Let me put his name together. Barack, who is sane, Obama.
That part.
Trump ain't sane at all. So yes, Barack, who is sane, Obama.
Oh, I like what you did right there.
Get over it, Trump. You will never be him. You will never have the popularity of him because the only popularity you have is from the idiots who don't know no better.
Oh!
And that's the MAGA-nites.
When you're right, you're right.
Why
no lies detected. She's not lying.
Who said I was lying?
These Trump supporters.
What their name is? Let me get them. Who said that?
Yeah.
Give me a name, Zeus.
Oh, I can't see them. They removed them. But
okay.
User 56, whatever his name is.
I was going to get them, baby.
Get him.
I was going to have them running like the toilet.
His name is User something with a
User whatever you going on, baby. Because I have you running like a broke toilet. But anyway, Zeus, check this out. They not concerned that most of they folks, passed on because the ego trip maniac wouldn't tell the truth about COVID. They ain't thinking about how they had to get their $16 and go buy them Wrangler jeans and that striped shirt for the ceremony. The whole time they ran, they tell me something, oh dear mother's gone. But it's not Trump's fault, y'all. COVID is a hoax.
That
and
part.
even if Trump had told us about a mother father, still would have been going on. So you just put those Wranglers on, get to this funeral, and after that, we're going to have a MAGA celebration.
Right.
We love Trump.
They do
We love Trump no matter what he does. If he comes over here now and unalives Dad, hey, he didn't mean to do it. We love Trump.
Excuses. Typical MAGA behavior. Excuse. They give Donald Trump an excuse to do anything, don't they?
Listen.
Takesha, I tell you not. What do you think? What do you got to say about these women? I was talking about it a couple of days ago. That sit back and support Donald Trump, right? As a rapist. They say, oh, he hasn't done that. But then they get on their husbands or their boyfriends about cheating on them. What do you got to say about those women?
What's wrong? Listen, if you ain't complaining about the way Trump done cheated on every wife he done had, you shouldn't have no offense against your boyfriend cheating on you. Leave that man alone and let that man cheat in peace. Now, how you gonna have more leniency for Trump who ain't humping you than the man that's humping you? Let them men cheat in peace. Yeah. And don't be asking them no questions and going through their phone. Drop them off over their girlfriend if they need to be dropped off.
Yeah! That part.
And let me tell you about Janae and Stacy.
You
I
going
wouldn't
into
care
overtime.
if I saw them walking down the freeway
Ooh.
as naked as they came into the world.
Oh.
I would spin the block 80 times just so I could fly by them so the wind from the car could cool and make their body colder than what it is.
Oh, Lord.
They faker than the hair on Trump's head. They faker than the weight that he said he weighs. They faker than anybody in the GOP. They just some fakes. They faker than the big old hair they wear. They faker than the lies they tell. And they faker than the saying they going to heaven when they really going to hell. They fake. They're a fake, baby. They fake. They fake, Zeus.
Ooh. Oh, this live is definitely electric.
And I done had about enough. We not finna get together with nobody on the other side because we don't trust y'all. I don't care if Fabric Softener want to snuggle spoon or whatever he want to do. We're not liking y'all, and we're not coming over there.
Oh, tell him, Takesha.
Put the chains down. We not finna play tug of war with you. We not coming over there because guess what? We don't like you because you're fakes. You're fake. You want to be our friend today and don't like us, and then talk about us in a live the next day.
No lies detected.
We're not falling for it, sir. Let it go.
All right.
All right now.
Well, listen, no lies detected, and as always, thank you so much, Sister Takesha. I really do appreciate it. All right.
You're so very welcome, Zeus.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, let's give the beautiful Takesha a round of applause. No lies detected. All right, good morning. Oh, there's a lot of noise. There's a lot of noise, Stick the Ruler. There's a lot of noise.
My bad, Zeus. What's going on, my friend?
Oh, not much. What about you?
Oh, man, I'm just listening, laughing, enjoying my time here on this earth and here in the kingdom.
Hey, man, I appreciate that, brother. I really do. I really do. So what brings you to the kingdom this bright and early? I think the audio is pretty loud though. A lot of people are saying. Yeah, I think you got
audio is pretty loud right
a little
now.
Quieter, my man. Or is it your headset?
Yeah, I'm hold on, let me mute.
All right, I think that are you on a headset? I'm just curious.
I was on the headset. Is that better?
That sounds a little bit better.
Better?
Well, now I can barely hear you, but I don't hear all that background sound. Hello?
Okay. Well, I'll try to talk as close to I'll try to talk as close to the mic as possible.
That sounds better.
Okay, so
I can't hear you.
From the left side and in this live and the truth. Oh my God.
Yeah, I can't hear it.
You can hear me now.
It's breaking up. It's breaking up.
Okay. It's breaking up real bad. Okay. Can you hear me now?
I think so.
Maybe now? No? Okay. The thing of it is, and you know, I was feeling like this the other day when I was talking to you. I told you I was feeling kind of down because the right side or the MAGA side it's sad, man. It's everything is in front of them, and they close their eyes and they act like they don't see what they see.
Right.
So with that being said, keep your eyes closed, MAGA, and walk right off that cliff. and when there's and when there's nobody there, including the Roadrunner, because all of you guys act like Wile E. Coyote. You know, you got all these Acme products that you try to put out that don't go anywhere, and you know they just explode in your face like a cartoon. Okay, so with the orange guy, he needs to you know there was an old saying we used to say in the 90s and early 2000s: keep my name out your mouth.
Oh, I remember
That's what needs to happen. That's what needs to happen. Just keep my name out your mouth. If you want to talk about Trump, if you want to talk about how great he is, if you want to spread lies, go ahead.
Right.
But when it comes down to the people who are actually making something happen and making moves, the correct moves, keep their name out your mouth.
Facts.
You don't want to come in the box. You don't want to play whataboutism. You don't want to play that game. You're gonna lose every time.
They don't.
Because there's rules. Because there's rules. Okay. So for all the Magites out there and the maggots and the margarine Taylor greens, because it's not real butter, it's margarine.
Margarine.
I need you guys. I need those guys to just sit back, take a chill pill, inhale, keep your eyes closed, and just keep walking. That was a movie. I think it was X-Men's Origins. Girl had the power to just grab the hand and say, "Hey, keep walking till your feet hurt." And even when they hurt, still keep walking.
Ooh.
That's what they need to do. They need to do that. They need to just keep walking.
Game. That's a cold game right there. You make somebody walk until they feet hurt.
Hey, and then keep walking. Even though your feet hurt, keep walking.
Keep
pretty soon, they'll find that Wile E. Coyote cliff. They will.
And then it's gonna be night and day.
And it's poof. That's what they used to do in the cartoons. Just poof.
When he goes off the cliff and then he holds up that sign, goodbye.
Goodbye. There it is. So we gotta keep. Hey, you gotta keep treating them as you see it. They always go by what they say they see and what's going on, but there's no proof behind it. But the proof that we see that we can actually see in real time is y'all dropping the ball. We already know the House is in shambles. The guys that you're trying to elect, they look like they're about to pass away at any moment. So, yeah, let's just take a breath, close your eyes, and just keep walking. Just keep walking.
Amen. Listen, that is 100% true and no lies detected, my good friend. Stick the ruler, all right?
All right. Well, you have a good day in the kingdom.
All right.
I'm pretty sure I had my time. I appreciate you letting me up. You keep telling these MAGA demons the truth. And like you always say, hey, MAGA, get them knee pads ready. Get them knee pads ready.
Right, because Jack's men, all right, and Fonnie Willis are coming. All right.
Are coming.
Yeah.
All right now.
You're absolutely right.
You have a good day in the kingdom.
To stick the ruler. No lies detected. Oh, yes. Good morning, the beautiful Anne. Welcome. How are you doing?
I'm great. I've been up all night, but I'm still great. So all the ladies pretty much covered it.
Yeah.
Shady. I mean, I don't know if they left me anything to say, but along those lines, so we got to call those women out. They are working hard. These girls they are out there. I see them. Boss Diva, oh my goodness, she ain't playing. Her gloves are like way off. Shady Lang, oh my goodness, she was just all over Snuggle. She'd take that damn video down. Take that goddamn video down about me. Take the down. No,
I got that.
No, gosh, dang it. Anyway, she said take the video down. She wouldn't stop. But also, I held my own live, right?
Oh,
I think you showed up, right?
I showed up towards the tail end. I think.
Yes. And I had Snuggles there, and that's where he was trying to do his unity moment. Let's all come together, just not talk about politics. We're not going to talk about the government. Unity. He goes on and on and on. What the hell does he do right after? He holds his own live and he yells and screams at all of us.
Wow.
Yells and screams, won't let us up. He's dropping us. He won't even let us talk. He's yelling, screaming, and he's showing those stupid YouTube videos that he always shows. The YouTube videos. It's so. I'm sorry, Snuggles, if you're here. I was nice to you in my live. I do try to keep the peace in my live, but then you go over there and the stupid videos. But I just, the girls covered it, so I don't really know what else to say other than my standard, you know where I'm going to go with this, January 6th.
Let's give it to them.
January 6th, you traitors. All of you, you're all traitors, all of you people that support it. I watched it. Guys, did you not see it with your own eyes?
I saw it.
How the heck can you say it was anything else than an insurrection? And who does that? Terrorists.
Now, Ange, a lot of them like to say it was a peaceful protest. It was a tourist visit that went a little off the rails, perhaps. You don't buy that?
No, I watched
you don't buy the FBI or Nancy Pelosi?
No, I saw these fools scaling the walls of the Capitol. I don't think Nancy Pelosi is climbing up the Capitol. She didn't do. Nancy is a saint. She should come back as speaker. Oh, that reminds me.
Tell me,
the speaker. What in God's green earth? We don't really even have a speaker of the House right now.
No, we look weak.
Well, what the hell? They said, oh, well, we have an interim speaker. He can't do anything.
No.
What's he going to do? And then you've got this Scalise and Jim Jordan there, GYM Jordan.
Yeah.
Nobody can get the votes.
No.
Nobody can get the votes.
They're doing Putin's work, all right? Keeping us speakerless so that Putin can continue to run his terror campaign over there in the Middle East. That's what they're doing. Thanks, MAGA.
It's so weak. We don't have any. This is the first time ever we basically don't have a speaker.
Wow.
We don't have a speaker. And I see you down there saying Steve Scalise was nominated. Well, he doesn't have the votes.
Yeah.
I mean, correct me if I'm wrong. He doesn't have votes. Anyway, I heard my bell. The ladies, and you're all doing the work. I see you and attacking out there doing the Lord's work and everything. Mm-hmm. But I'm gonna call out the girls. We got to give them some credit. I see them they're out there swinging all day, all you ladies. So anyway, I'm gonna head on now. So thank you so much for having me.
All the time. Listen, thank you as always, the beautiful Ange, and thank you for having the courage to come up here and tell the truth and keeping it clean, right? Let's give the beautiful Ange a round of applause. All right. Good morning, the monster. How you doing, champ?
Good. I'm just enjoying my time in the kingdom. I'm glad I woke up.
I love it, and I'm always. It's a pleasure that you came on back to visit us. Last time you came in and lit the room on fire. All right, with your electrifying story. So what do you got for us this morning, my good friend?
Well, I'm just happy that I woke up this morning to catch the live because it's a good way to start off your birthday.
Oh, it's your birthday, huh?
Yep.
Oh my gosh, ladies and gentlemen, let's give the monster a round of applause. It's his birthday. By the way, tomorrow we will be celebrating all the birthdays this week. All right, we're gonna have to do it tomorrow, so make sure you come back. We're gonna sing happy birthday to all of the birthdays. All right.
I'll plan on doing that.
All right, but happy birthday, and please, anything exciting planned? Anything exciting?
Oh well, sadly, I'm in my work parking lot.
Oh my gosh, you went to work on your birthday. A dedicated man. You're a dedicated man.
Sadly, but you know what? I'm not gonna pay the bills doing anything else, but it's what I gotta do.
That part. As long as as long as you're employed and working, I mean, what more could you ask for on your birthday, right?
Right. I'm just glad I got out of work yesterday to see that live that you were in.
With HVAC, yes.
I was never as livid as I was yesterday. I was just driving home, mean mugging everyone as I was driving by because I was so upset.
Right.
The audacity of these people.
Typical MAGA behavior on full display, correct?
Listen, I love everybody, but if you're gonna blatantly play ignorance, I got no love for you.
Bingo.
It was like listening. You and I forgot the other gentleman's name, which I feel sorry for.
Oil spill and RTP.
Yes. It was like you guys were talking to a brick wall.
Yeah. And weren't they in there crying? And
they were crying. But the funny thing is that Even a brick wall does a better job than what they do.
No lies detected.
And I'm sorry. And I'm sorry, but that whole we're gonna break the chains and we're gonna climb the mountain and not know where the peak is. Listen, y'all can walk up that mountain as much as you want. Trump will lead you. He's already gonna be in the chain gang. It's gonna be fine. And when you peak and you go over that cliff, it's gonna be like that scene from 300 where everyone got shoved off. We do not want you here
No lies
anymore.
detected. Get a
I'm
monster.
I've been done since 2020. I've been done since 20.
Yeah.
V all that. I have no words.
But
It speaks for itself how dumb and ignorant they are. Now I'm not the sharpest knife in the crayon box. Don't get me wrong.
Crayon.
But
You have a
I
nice name
try.
for the crayon.
I try to at least keep informed as much as I can.
Right.
And to have you here speaking the truth and not letting these guys dominate everything. Not even 5 minutes ago, I was listening to the live and I was just getting Gatorade, and someone was like, "You listen to the Zeus?" And I'm like, "Yes."
Yes.
So I got people near me that listen to you, and I'm like, you know what? Word.
Hey, I love it. Now that's real. I appreciate that, monster. Listen, gotta get the word out.
And for the person that says, "Why would I be a knife in a crayon box?" It's because I'm Puerto Rican. I always got something.
Woo! You came in guns a-blazing this morning, monster. I really do appreciate it. All right? No lies detected.
I appreciate you. Everyone in the chat, love y'all. I hope you have a good day. Stay safe and keep kicking ass.
Yeah, all right. Ladies and gentlemen, let's give it up to Monster once again. No lies detected. Keep spreading the word, my good friend. Keep spreading the word. All right. Who do we got next? Oh my
Hey,
God.
Duke!
Hey!
My man!
How are you,
How
Justice
is
League?
going, man?
You're back. Welcome back. How are you doing? How are you doing?
I'm back!
Ooh, and they're scared of you. They're scared of you, Justice League. They're scared of you. Now, how are you doing this morning?
I'm, man, I am so grateful I woke up today. I had my breakfast, drinking my coffee.
The what? The coffee? Oh, you're drinking your coffee.
And now I'm talking to you.
I love it. You're drinking your coffee and listening to Zeus and getting your daily dose of truth. What a great...
And you are funny too.
I'm what?
You are funny.
Oh, I'm funny too. Oh,
yeah.
Well, you listen. I'm very funny, but I'm also serious. Now, cut it out, Justice League. You know that. You know that. Hey, you forgot to say handsome. You forgot to say that, Justice League. You forgot to say it, right?
What?
Did you hear me? Did you hear me, Justice League? You forgot to say handsome.
I'm handsome.
Yeah.
Man.
Thank you. Thank you. Thank you, Justice League. I knew it. I knew it. All right. I mean, listen, you wake up every day and you listen to Zeus. Is that what you're telling us?
Yeah.
Well, I'm very honored that I'm playing such an important role in your morning. That makes me smile very much. Not only inside, but on the outside. All right, Justice League. Who's your favorite Justice League character, by the way?
My who?
I think you're going to. You mean Zeus? Oh, Zeus is your favorite Justice League character? Oh, wow. I mean, listen, Justice Lee, you're doing such a great job. I feel super honored that you would hold me in such high esteem. I'm very, very appreciative of that. You know, you had your breakfast?
Yeah,
Oh, did you get any eggs? Did you have eggs?
no. Big, I had cake and gravy.
You had what? Oh, biscuits and gravy. Wow. Oh, you
I
had
love big cake and gravy.
biscuits and gravy? Wow. That is what I'm talking about, the breakfast of champions. Listen, before you go, Justice League, can I ask you a question? Are you going to vote
Yeah,
blue?
you may.
Huh?
Yeah, you can.
Okay. Are you going to vote blue?
Um, I I don't vote with I I don't vote,
Oh, but
but
if you could, would you? If you could, would you? Maybe yes.
yeah.
Oh, let's give it to him. That's what I love to see and hear. Well, listen, Justice, you've done God's work this morning. And I truly appreciate you having the courage to get in the box and tell the truth the way you do right after eating those biscuits and gravy, all right?
Mm-hmm.
I hope to see you around again, my friend, all right?
You will, you.
And let's say it together one last time. Trump supporters!
Get
Those
the
new
new pack and go
ready!
elbow pack ready because Marjorie Taylor Green is coming for you.
Jack Smith and Bonnie Willis is coming for
Is
you. Marjorie
coming
Taylor
for
Greene.
you.
Right? You can't make this stuff up, ladies and gentlemen. You really can't. Justice League, I appreciate you, all right, my good friend?
Yeah.
All right, I'm gonna move on to our next guest, but you're always welcome to come on back, all right?
Okay, you.
Ladies and gentlemen, let's give it up to Justice League. No lies detected. The truth is getting out, ladies and gentlemen, all across the country. People are tuning in and they're getting truth. This is what this is about.
No,
Oh, Mary, good morning. How are you?
no.
No. Mary? Mary? Mary, are you there? I think Mary may be eating breakfast, perhaps. Mary, going once, going twice. I guess she's gone, but it sounds like you're having a great breakfast. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. Good morning, Miss Morningstar.
Hey, good morning, Zeus. How you doing?
I'm all right. Just another day in the kingdom, but this time this is in Shay's kingdom, but she's allowing me to borrow it for a few hours.
Absolutely, because that's what friends are for. That's what we do. We got to keep this information going. We can't, just because of a fluke, a MAGA
Yeah,
fluke. We
MAGA
know they
flu.
behind it. We know they behind it. So we
Right,
got to keep it going. Got to keep
right.
the kingdom going.
I
Good
agree.
news. Hey, so I wanted to jump on because yesterday I rarely do this. I was listening to those macademons attack y'all.
Oh,
Yeah, on
and
that
what's
live
wrong with
on
him?
Havoc Fly. Zeus. I wanted to get in that box so bad, but you see, I noticed a pattern with
Talk
them.
to him.
And let me
What
tell
is
you this, they like to attack our men.
mm,
They like to attack the men because as soon as a strong, powerful lady
mm,
gets in the box and
mm.
challenges them, they run scared. You should have, it was so funny. I heard Janae say, Stacy, Stacy, save me. That's
Mm,
basically what she was saying.
mm, mm.
It was hilarious. And I said, they are so disrespectful to our men.
They are.
To our men, to our powerful men that we have in this
Amen.
kingdom, separate from these demons. And they
Mm,
try to talk to you all really, really hard and
they
tough. And
do.
I think it's because they want to use that card, that, you know what, that Karen card, and say, oh
Uh-huh.
my God. Because if you guys, when you bring that truth to them, they think you're attacking them. They try to use that. You're attacking me. You're bullying me.
Is
It's
that what
all a
it is?
game.
Is that what it is?
That's what's happening, Zeus. I
Wow.
rarely listen to them talk, but I sat back and listened yesterday, and
Mm,
I was like, unbelievable.
mm, mm.
And as soon as one of us powerful women, Shady, got up in there, they got rid of Shady quick. They couldn't take her bringing them that truth. They couldn't take it. She's
Wow.
disrespecting me. No, she
Wow.
didn't. It
She
was
was
all true.
she was being just regular, polite, honest, but being firm with the truth. And that's
That's
what we
it.
call
That's
being.
it. And then one other thing, like, Stacy, what's wrong with her? The whole oath thing. Remember that?
Yeah, 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 yeah.
Oh,
That
she really thought taking an oath, and what was it? The pledging oath was.
she thought taking an oath to the office, in Congress, is the same thing as being under oath in a court case,
Yeah.
or right, or under oath when you're in a hearing in Congress, right? I
I
said,
was like, I feel so, I don't feel bad for them because it's their fault. They want to be less educated. They want to be out here spreading lies and not learning from TikTok, and that's on them. But I
tell
heard
them.
my bell. I just had to get up here and just let you guys know. We watching you. You got your team in the back. We see what's going on. Keep
I
keep
appreciate.
getting them.
I appreciate it because Zeus. While I'm very powerful and one of the most, the most, I still have a lot of respect and manners, right? And
Absolutely,
when people
because you
say
were
to me,
raised that way.
yes, I wasn't raised by Wolverines, all right?
Right. We weren't raised by animals. See, we see who the true animals are now, right? Scaling walls, smearing, you know what, all over the walls. We
Yeah,
know who the true animals are now. They're
yeah.
exposed.
Exposed. Yep.
Exposed. All
Tell
right,
them,
Zeus.
tell them this
All
morning,
right.
Star. I really
Hey.
appreciate it. All right.
You have a good day. You guys, come on, let's keep bringing it. I'll
All
talk to you
right.
later. All
All
right.
right. Ladies and gentlemen, let's give it up to Miss Morningstar. No spicy chicken. Oh, yes. Oh, we're cooking this morning. Great job, Shay. Getting the panelists to come in and out. I'm telling you, you're doing God's work. Good morning, Val. How are you doing?
How's it going, Zeus? How's it going, Shay? Good
Oh,
morning to everyone.
Oh, well, good. It's another day in the kingdom tending to the affairs as usual.
As usual.
Yes.
I just wanted to talk about, you can tie a string for these people all the way through the truth, all the way to the end. All they're going to do is grab a pair of scissors and try to cut the damn string.
Oh, that's what they do. That's a great analogy, right?
So with that said, let's talk about alternative facts for just a second. You know what I'm saying? Let's talk about what that really is. It's
Get
a
into
lie.
it. Yeah.
That's
So
simple.
you're saying alternative facts is a lie, period.
Correct. Bar none. And let's talk about let's mention, not forget yesterday's little news about his attorneys arguing that the president doesn't really have to follow the Constitution.
Oh, what?
In trial. That is their defense. That was their defense yesterday to try to get the case thrown out.
Wow.
So people down here that want to back this man, I want you to understand. You say you want small government, but you don't want your president to follow the Constitution. You say you want small government, but you want every portion of everybody's life controlled by your views.
Tell them.
Quit talking alternative facts. Look up the truth. It's not that hard. Quit marginalizing all our all our groups in this country. Quit marginalizing women. Quit marginalizing all the BIPOC community, the LGBTQI community.
Right.
Do real work. Then come up here and talk to us about something that's truthful.
Amen.
Because I'm just going to give you the facts. You can continue to hold the scissors, but in the end, the scissors are going to get hit by the rock.
And you ain't talking about the wrestler, are you?
No, I am not.
I just wanted to make sure, because you know that's where their minds likes to go. They don't like when you tell them the truth.
I know.
Yeah. I mean, it sounds ridiculous, but you gotta know they live in a world that's all ridiculous, no truth.
All right. I just came up here to say a couple things. Remind everybody about the court case yesterday. Look it up. It was quite funny.
All right.
And everybody have a great morning and keep doing the work and vote blue, people. Let's do some work.
Man, ladies and gentlemen, let's give it up to Val. Now, I gotta, after this, I think, are you gonna talk, Shay? And then I gotta get up off of this and move on out of here, all right? All right. Heaven, welcome, Heaven. Oh my God, how are you doing?
Good, brother Zeus. How are you?
I'm all right. Just another day in the kingdom tending to the affairs. How about yourself?
Oh, man, I feel like I'm in a fancy hotel. Thank you, Shay. I appreciate you.
Oh, yeah.
This is great. You know, Zeus, I really enjoyed yesterday's live, and I told Ange and I told Miss Boss that I would come up this morning just to tell everyone how much I enjoyed it.
Which one?
Oh, with the what was that? RTP oil spill.
Yeah. Okay, that one. All right.
Yeah. You know, I thought it was just interesting to see the women on the other side. No disrespect to them, but they just did not have the facts.
Yeah.
Everything that you or RTP and oil spill was on fire. Everything y'all mentioned, they didn't have a retort with a fact.
They didn't.
And that at a certain point, they were just attacking y'all personally. I mean, we were laughing in the comments; it was off the chain. But you know, the threats about kicking people and oh, if you keep over talking me and not listening to my silliness, I'm gonna kick you. Like what? It was insane.
Animalistic behavior. That's what that was on full display.
You're not lying. I think we've called them heathens, jackals. There's so many names, and you know, really, I wanted to say that stop telling Zeus what to do. Like that is just, know what you need to do, Zeus, on your show. This is what you should do. You need to have me up. Like what? This is not their platform.
Right.
And not to just pivot real quick because I know Shay's got to come up, but the women in Olympus, I am always impressed. Of course, Shay, of course, Shady, of course, Boss, of course, Kim. The list goes on and on and on. And then you have these other women that don't have facts. You know, whenever I fall in love with a woman, I fall in love with their mind first. And then I see these women on our side, you know, with these beautiful minds. I'm always impressed. Always impressed. You know, I made a list. I feel like it's like 20 women, but, you know, in my mind, you have to always respect, you know, of course, each other. But when you have a woman with intelligence, well-spoken, beautiful families, they protect us men in a way that we can't do to them. It's always unique to me. I love it.
I completely agree. I was so happy to see the amount of support in that live when it came to pushing back against the lies and misinformation and the victim role playing that they love to do. I was really honored to see all of the beautiful, beautiful women who come into the kingdom rally to the support of the truth. I really appreciate that, right? We appreciate it.
Yeah, shout out to all the women. You know, when someone asks you if, do you think you have a better legal mind than Trump's lawyers? And you say yes, just go to court.
Yeah.
Don't sit on TikTok and think you're better than them. But you know, I see Shay's voice, Shay's face, and I love it. I'll let Shay take over. Thanks, Shay.
All right,
Thanks,
ladies and gentlemen. Let's give it up to Brother Evan. No lies detected. Thank you, Evan. I really do appreciate it. All right, Shay.
Woohoo! This has been fantastic. Oh my
Thank you
gosh.
so much, Shay. I really appreciate it.
Absolutely. My pleasure. It's been fun. I'm sorry. I wanted to get to Southern Lib and Miss Boss Diva and Red Crown. I'm sorry I couldn't get to you guys. Swervin was in the box, but he probably had his therapist come in.
Oh,
So
Swervin was here. All right. Yeah, Nate. We'll get it next time.
yes, I know. I love you guys. Sorry I tried to get you up. You had a ton of people in the box that wanted to talk to you. And so it's been a great live.
Thank you. Thank you for holding this space for us. I really do appreciate it.
It's my pleasure. It's been
Yeah.
wonderful to have you, my friend. And hopefully your stuff gets fixed, because I know you'd rather be running your own live. But I know April and I are happy to help you out and keep this content going, because it's important.
Yeah.
So we'll host you as much as you need us to, my friend, till TikTok fixes what the heck is going on their side. So we just hope it gets fixed for you, my friend.
Alrighty. Well, I appreciate you and April for being very strong leaders and seeing a need and stepping up to help make sure all the people who like to come and hear us have a way of getting the truth. All right. I really do appreciate it.
Absolutely. It's important that we all stay together and keep loving each other and all of that. So we're united, guys. Just know that in the purpose of keeping Donald J. Trump out of the White House, taking MAGA down, and everything that we need to do. And yes, keep our borders secure, keep our military strong, and keep people's rights in order. And that is what we need to do. We're going to keep fighting for women's rights, LGBTQIA rights, children's rights, etc. So that is what we are about. End of story. And
you said we're really doing the unity work that Snuggles.
Oh, we're doing it. Yeah, no, we are unified. We have all kinds of different personalities and backgrounds and feelings, but we are together in this effort to keep fighting against fascism and hatred and bigotry and racism and all of that that's in our elements in our world. And we'll just keep fighting it with love and compassion and strength and knowledge. And that is what we are about on this side, period, end of story. And I love you all. Thank you for being here. Thank you for the gifts. Thank you for tapping. Keep supporting our guy right here, Zusi Juicy. And
Ooh, y'all get me with these nicknames, but you know,
I know we can't help it.
It's a great badge of courage, and I'm going to wear them with honor. All right, because I know it comes from a place of love. I really do. Thank you, Heaven. All right.
I think we're on April's tomorrow. We've got birthdays to celebrate.
April's
so we'll all be there
tomorrow,
in
birthday
force.
party. Bring it. All right.
Yes.
And MAGA, you come too, but don't send your money to Donald Trump. Keep it so you can use it to reward these people for their birthdays. All right.
Yeah, I hope Snuggles is okay. I don't have him blocked, so he should have seen the live. So, but I didn't see him anywhere. So I hope he's feeling okay. So prayers to Snuggles, guys. I know we don't agree with Snuggles on many things, but he is fighting multiple myeloma, which is a form of cancer, sort of like leukemia. So if you believe in prayers or positive thoughts, whatever you believe in, please do that, because in the end of the day, we're all human, right? So, and we are the compassionate side of the fence, and we're going to keep showing that no matter what, right? Okay. So, all right. Oh, I'm sorry to hear about your dad. All right, guys, I love you so much. I know he's got to move on with his day. Zeus is a busy man. So.
Very good. Thank you so much, Shay. And as always, it's a pleasure. All right, ladies and gentlemen. Well, that concludes the show. And before we go, we got to listen to some beautiful music. All right, Shay, let's give it to him. Let's go.
Thank y'all for being here. Love you so much.
I love you too. Let's go, ladies and gentlemen.
This is how I move when I'm walking like Zeus.
Hey!
When I'm talking like Zeus. This is how I stare when I'm looking like Zeus. I like to act a fool when I'm moving like Zeus. Don't be playing with my move when I'm grooving like Zeus. You're thinking that you're cool till I pull up like Zeus. Thunder in the sky, light you up like Zeus. I make my own rules. Oh my God, call me Zeus. You living like a bum, get away from me, fool. I got money on my mind, I can't leave it up to you. I can't hang around with you, you fall in love too quick. You a high risk, mix all in the mix. I put a bounty on your head, this is way above the feds. When you playing with the gods and you playing with the dead. Yeah, grab your boots. Hey, little mama, let me play with your caboose. I know the ladies love me cause I'm sweet like a tooth. Player hating on the gods, boy, you're such a douche. I tried to be patient, but you got a thank you. I'm catching all these snakes like a mongoose. These ladies love me, yeah, I'm the one that they choose. You know I'm so handsome, that's why they call me Zeus.
They do. That's why they call me Zeus. I know. He's beautiful, right? No lies detected. It's Silk, I see ya. Don't be playing with my mood when I'm grooving like Zeus. You thinking that you're cool till I pull up like Zeus. Hey, in the sky like Leo, I see ya. You say you wanted facts, well, I'm living proof. I've been waiting for this moment now. I gotta choose. If you play around with love, then you're guaranteed to lose. I didn't make the game of rules, so don't play me like a fool. If you can't swim, and you know who you are. Even though people telling me be cool, I'm just sitting on my throne while you looking like a goof. Time to let loose with the truth. Yeah, goose. Hey, little mama, let me play the caboose. I know the ladies love me cause I'm sweet like a tooth. Play hating on the gods, boy, you such a douche. Try to be patient, but you alright, attacking. Catching all these snakes, yes, like a mongoose. These ladies love me, yeah, I'm the one that they choose. You know I'm so handsome, that's why they call me Zeus. This is how I move when I'm walking like Zeus. This is how I sound when I'm talking like Zeus. Yes. This is how I stare when I'm looking like Zeus. I like to act a fool when I'm moving and like Zeus. Don't be playing with my mood. I love it. That's awesome. Celebrating. Hey, Smack. I see you, my brother. I'm a god, call me Zeus. Yeah, you know about me. All right, Reggie. Where are you at, Reggie? Mr. Incognito, I see you. I'll bring it down the roof with this. All right.
He's deranged.
Where you at, Reggie?
Check Smith. He's deranged.
Let's go.
I'll stay on hold for a little bit after this.
They take one charge and they turn it into 36 charges.
Let's go.
He's deranged. Check Smith. He's deranged. Check Smith. He's deranged. Check Smith.
Let's go.
He's deranged. Check Smith. He's deranged.
Tuesday.
Check Smith. He's deranged. Check Smith. He's deranged.
Hey.
Check Smith. Donald Trump is indicted and they take one charge and they turn it into 36 charges. And he's a big Trump hater. Openly, he's a Trump hater. And his wife is even more of a Trump hater. Jack Smith.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, thank you, Shay. I am out of here.
His family.
Love you, Zeus. Bye-bye, honey. All right, guys. We're on. If anybody else wants to come up, we can chat for a little bit.